What up, DC? What up, Patrice? What up, Kyver? What up, Superman? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? It is Monday, August 17th. Man, it's already the middle of August. Summer's already almost done. Can you believe that shit? Isn't that crazy? I feel like July went by quick. August is going by even faster because I swear it was just August 1st. It feels like it was August 1st yesterday. Showcase. Wasn't there like a Phantom Blade showcase? We'll watch that. Man, we got plenty of time to do nothing. I should have been playing Mortal Shell 2, but I didn't get a code. Everybody in the world got a code with me. I'm disappointed in that. Otani hits 2-run blast, second homer of the game. Oh, look, Otani's back, huh? It was good. Which one? The Phantom Blade showcase? I'll watch it. We'll watch that. We'll watch that. New Phantom Blade, zero details. Not an open world game. Nor is it linear. What? What does that mean? Every area is meticulously handcrafted to give a different feel to exploration. So are they trying to make it like Kazan? Like, because that was kind of not open worldish and linear, but it felt like it could be open world. I wouldn't say it's like Wukong because Wukong definitely was linear. You have 66 days to live and each choices matter. Oh, so what does that mean? Now, is it days like in like Sifu, or is it more like actual days? Like if you don't beat the game in 60, you have to reset the whole thing. You'll see. I gotta watch that. Can't defeat enemies just with the sword. You will have to learn dark magic too. So it encourages you to be Mickey, basically. Game is driven by combat, upgrading weapons, carve out unique playstyle. Anybody's the most anticipated game of the year? Okay, Kyber. Look, Kyber, he's excited about it. All right, we'll watch that right now. We shall watch that right now. What was it on? Is it on YouTube right now? Let's see. It's looking better than Wolverine. So now everybody hating on Wolverine now. Everybody hating on Sony. All right, let's see. Phantom Blade Zero. I'm assuming. Now that was 6 days ago. Phantom Blade gameplay deep dive state of play IGN. Where's the actual one though? Shouldn't it be like fucking PlayStation? Was it this one? 20 minutes deep dive. I think this is it. Streamed 43 minutes ago. All right, we'll watch that one. All right, let's get it started. Let's get it started, huh? By the way, Chad, I actually turned on the Twitter feed. Is the Twitter feed doing anything? Anybody on Twitter actually watch that? I can't even see. Where do I even see where it's at? Like I don't even know when I'm live. I think it's acting up. I don't think it works. You see it? Yeah. Does it actually show like my starting soon screen or what? Wow. If you see it, then I guess it's working then. Okay. All right. So now I should be live, right? Raiden. No. No sound from video. What the hell? Yeah, you're right. I see that now. Hold on. Let me see what's going on. Properties. Why is the sound not on? Testing. There we go.
Hello, everyone. I'm Donnie Yen, creative consultant for Phantom Blade Zero, and the actor behind Mo Yuan, a formidable martial arts master. I want players around the world to enter our wuxia world driven by old grudges, shifting alliances, and the confrontations that forge its legends. Rooted in the traditions of Chinese martial arts, Phantom Blade Zero embraces bold imaginations and distinct cultural elements to create a new aesthetic we call Kung Fu Punk.
Your PC's out of commission? Oh, so you can't get the game on Steam. Nah, this is an action RPG, it's not Souls. By the way, y'all gotta chill with the whole Souls and action RPG. I don't understand why. Who cares if it is a Souls? Souls is a good genre. Why does everybody hate it so much? Why does everybody pretend to hate it so much? That's like me telling everybody, oh my god, another Call of Duty, another FPS shooter. I'm tired of this, Grandpa. Look at you. Every year it has the same kind of games.
Hi everyone, I'm Soulframe, the creator and director of Phantom Blade Zero.
Look, the guy's name is Soulframe, so
Today,
he's gonna make a Souls
into our
game.
universe, the dark wuxia epic filled with mystery, vendettas, and lightning-fast wordplay. You play as Soul, once the Order's most feared blade.
That's just the guy's
After
name.
being
Calm
set
down.
up for your leader's murder, you are betrayed by the people you once fought beside.
What? What have I done?
In the final duel against your childhood blood brother, Zuo Shang, the blade is driven through your heart.
You're late. Let's get started already.
The mysterious healer, the flesh sculptor, restores your life, but with a fatal condition. You have exactly 66 days to live. Survival means finding a cure hidden in the chaos ahead, but the hunt will force you to confront the rot beneath your betrayal and a skill massive enough to break the entire Wulin. The Wulin is a martial underworld forged in blood and belief. You will walk among the last guardians of righteousness, the fallen who surrendered to darkness, and the lost warriors bound by broken codes. Each choice you make here will fracture your trajectory and reshape your fate. 66 days, that's all the time you have. But you won't be alone. Martial artists from across the Wulin have gathered in Pengzhen, turning the town into a deadly trap of rival factions, hidden malice, and deadly schemes.
The girl's nothing but a shell now.
Oh, mortal shell.
Never be.
I can never get away from it.
As you uncover the grim secrets buried here, you will realize some things matter far more than survival. and that some enemies can never be defeated by the sword alone.
Master Soul has entered Pangshen. It seems the flesh sculptor's tainted hearts has restored his strength.
A change in the game may not be such a bad thing. I'm looking forward to his next move.
The
that
Phantom
Sephiroth?
World is a stage for the style we call Kung Fu Punk, where traditional Kung Fu collides with steampunk machinery and body modification. Your
CHB,
journey
so it's
takes you through
Cyberpunk meets,
intricate but surreal landscapes,
Wukong.
leading you deep into the heart of Pangzhen and its surrounding villages, valleys, lakes, and shadowed territories, including a valley overrun by ruthless bandits, an abandoned warehouse filled with hanging puppets, where a dark ritual seems to be taking place. A steam-powered iron tower built for some kind of dark experiment. And a vast lake, which Soul must navigate aboard a peculiar high-speed vessel. Your journey is guided by 8 authentic hand-painted Chinese ink wash maps. In complex regions, they offer only a rough sense of direction, leaving you to explore and uncover hidden secrets. These maps seamlessly connect into a single world, where bells enable fast travel between discovered locations. Phantom Blade Zero is not an open-world game, nor is it a linear adventure from beginning to end. Instead, every corner has been meticulously handcrafted, filled with countless surprises and secrets waiting to be discovered.
Now, obviously,
As you explore Phantom Blade Zero,
that's interesting wording because we just saw the map. We just saw, what you got to do. It really does still feel like it's open world. I don't know about not calling it open world because you still got to discover everything.
you will discover hidden enemies, side quests,
But I
rare
guess you're
treasures,
locked.
and crucial story clues. In Phantom Blade Zero, combat is the driving force. Every weapon is forged from martial folklore, cinematic legacy, and ancient tradition. Soul wields a massive arsenal of 30 primary weapons alongside 25 secondary weapons known as Phantom Edges.
Yeah, I guess it'd be considered semi-open. It has the same look, I'm not bullshitting, as Wukong's layout.
For example,
it really does.
the Drunken Sword style builds drunken energy, enhancing Soul's evasiveness while swaying and staggering with every strike. The White Serpent and Crimson Viper twin blades work in tandem. The length of the White Serpent allows you to fling the Crimson Viper outward for ranged attacks. The fluid steel of the Soft Snake Sword coils around an opponent's guard, striking targets cleanly and even slicing through incoming threat-based attacks mid-air. However, a light blade won't be enough against heavy shields, and relying on swords alone will turn the fight into a punishing struggle. Crushing those defenses requires the brutal momentum of iron fists and hammers. The Tiger Cannon can blast apart distant enemy formations with a single shot, or ignite self-destructing enemies before they get close. And when bladed weapons fall short against a swarm of savage dogs, the flame-spewing Flaming Mane makes quick work of them all. Mastery goes far deeper than basic attributes. Upgrading a weapon unlocks distinct forms and techniques, carving out a unique combat philosophy. You will never worry about a newly acquired weapon being too weak. With the Reforging Talisman, you can reset the weapon's level, recover all invested materials, and immediately reinvest them into your new gear.
That's pretty cool.
We've crafted difficulty options as distinct ways to experience the story. Wayfarer mode is intuitive and cinematic, letting anyone feel like a kung fu master. But for those seeking a true challenge, Hellwalker mode brings in core fighting game mechanics. Bosses won't rely on fixed patterns. They react to your spacing, punish your whiffs, and adapt to your habits in real time. For the ultimate test, unlock 66 days mode. Unlike the other difficulty settings, this mode turns Soul's 66-day countdown into a literal gameplay timeline.
What is the Mickey mode?
It features the intensity of Hellwalker, but every defeat costs you precious time.
So it is kind of like seafood when it comes to that.
It is permanent death.
So you only have
Our
66 deaths, basically, right? That's what that is. You lose a day or whatever by dying. Shit. In a Souls-like game or action RPG, the bosses is, difficult. You got to learn the patterns right away. Usually could take 2-3 fights. How many bosses are thick in this game? Let's say it's 10. Which we know is going to be way more than that. The big ass map. That's a tough one. I guess if you do the 66 mode, you don't have time. Well, then again, the game is not open world. But I was going to say, you don't have time to fucking explore and try to get everything. You got to just go straight to the end.
ultimate goal is to draw from the deep well of authentic Chinese folk arts and martial arts, infusing them into the sleek, visceral aesthetic we call Kung Fu Punk. To show you what that looks like in motion, please take a look at this boss encounter.
Okay, music's lit. This is the Elden Ring boss in the DLC. It is funny, it's doing the same moves as the Elden Ring one. Oh, the Elden Ring one has different elements. Oh, it has the Wukong, the duplicate thing. What was it called? Okay, throwing tornadoes and shit up there. Is it skipping like a cutscene when it does that? Because all of a sudden he like went from dancing up there to just look like that. Then now he's back up there. What the fuck? Well, that move looked cool and it did no damage. Not sure if you covered it or you seen the Daywalker. I haven't seen it yet. No, I haven't gone over that. I'll take a look.
Bringing Phantom Blade Zero to life has been a massive endeavor, and the support from our community has allowed us to build the exact game we envisioned. It's our way of paying tribute to tradition, while bringing it to life as an immersive experience for players all over the world.
Now, this is just a quick glimpse of Phantom Blade Zero. There's much more for you to explore, and you may even cross paths with the character I play along the way.
Phantom is movement, swift, elusive, striking from where none expect. Blade is breath.
You channel it into a steel, turning any blade into a divine weapon. That's the path to know. Pre-order now.
It is done again. Ip Man. everybody on that strike though, so so that was the first look. Phantom Blade Zero. What y'all think, chat? Take my money now? Yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be a good game. Regardless of what HB says, it's gonna be a good game. And then the game that everybody's playing right now. Right now, Homeless is playing, Cammy's playing, TBH I think is about to play right now. I think he just went live. Is Mortal Shell 2, which got a 84, I think, in the Metacritic today. What up, Shadow? No oil, no fry. An 85 on OpenCritic, 84 on Metacritic. As of this writing, both numbers are likely to trend down a little as more reviews pour in, but it's already a notable jump over the original Mortal Shell, which had a 76 aggregate score on both sites. So what's different this time around? A new approach on the character builds for starters. IGN's Jerry Green praised the sequel for making character archetypes that feel distinct rather than just heroes with different health bars. Shells now have more passive abilities as well as active abilities that make them more impactful in combat. Yeah, it's a fun game. And just from the little bit that I did play from the demo, it's a true Souls-like. I know HB don't like Souls-like, but it is a lot of fun. I think from everything that I've seen so far from people that have been playing a lot of the genre, you know, Souls-like and stuff like that, they have this up there with Elden Ring. Now, I'm not going to say it here and say that it's going to be better than Elden Ring, because to me, Elden Ring is a masterpiece. But I liked, like, let's say Neo 3 this year, right? I think it has the potential to probably be better than Neo 3. So we'll see. Can I ask you to review a clip to see if this is Mickey or not? What are you talking about? What clip? I hated Elden Ring, so any game is better. Hey, you know what? Some people did hate Elden Ring. You know what I like about that? Was that a Cammy? Is that what that was? What is it? Oh, she let, like, is that an enemy just fighting it and it won? It won the fight for her or something? Hey, you know what? Sometimes it just happens. Whenever I played the demo, I thought it was funny because the that first main boss thing, whatever the one with the hammers or whatever, the flaming hammers, he flew off the map. He ran after me. He did that charge move. I roll out the way and he fell off the map. So the very first time I met him, he killed himself. But the game, since it's a mechanic, it's one of those things that it's supposed to win. So it didn't do anything. So I actually had to reset the game and come back to it to fight him again. Because you have to lose or win and have him lose technically or whatever. So it was a weird encounter because of that. Then he beat the Walmart lady in after that. To random soft lock, yeah. Broke the game. I always break the games. I always do that. But yeah, I was hoping to get this game. I didn't get the code though. They sent me a link for it and stuff like that, but I guess I just didn't get it, or maybe it ran out of time because I didn't realize that the game was coming out for early access like today. So I'll probably play the game on Thursday. I'll be behind everybody. Everybody will probably beat the game by then because the game's only 30 hours long, right? So it really isn't that long. It's only like a week stream, a week's worth of streaming if you play for, like let's say 3 hours a day or 3 hours a stream. It'll be 10 streams. So 2 weeks. But I am looking forward to playing it though. I am looking forward to playing it. Will we be done with it this weekend? Yeah, definitely. Because she's streaming that game for like 8-10 hours a day. So it might be done in a couple of days. Same, homeless streamed it for a long time today too. She probably still streaming it actually. So that might not last long either. She probably finished that game real quick. Oh, that's all right. I'll start late like usual. Now the funny thing is though, I usually end up finishing those games first. Like Neo 3, I was on vacation when Neo 3 came out, and I wanted finishing that game first over all the GI. See, look at that. The very first thing somebody put on when I opened up Twitter just now says Mortal Shell 2 is better than Elden Ring. See, chat, that's what people are saying about the game. I probably won't be saying that though. I'm not gonna lie. Elden Ring is it's too damn good for me, but now if they would have gave me a code, maybe I would have said that. Not just same one saying that didn't even rock with Mortal Shell 1. Yeah, I figured I have seen a lot of people that did play 1 say that they were worried about 2 because they didn't like 1 as much. And I was probably I probably was gonna play Mortal Shell 1. But the problem is though, I don't want to start that game and then not finish it before Mortal Shell 2. So I'll probably just skip 1 and just go to 2. Brooke just went live and she has a key also. Everybody got a key but me. I'm telling you, chat, they don't like me. Like literally everybody. Everybody I know got a key. I'm the only person that didn't get a key. Did I check the Dust Blood site, see if I got in? What is it? What, I go to Nintendo? Where'd I go for that? Looks like Mel got in, apparently. Right. Need to go to the beta site. Let me see. You and Mel got in. What do I do? Beta Dustbloods and just see like that, or what? Let's type in beta Dustbloods on Google and see what happens. Didn't bring up shit. Oh, okay, you got it. All right, let me see. Oh, look, it says I was selected, apparently. What the? How did it know? How does it know, chat? It says you were selected to participate. Thank you for application. I don't even know how it knows that I'm selected, but I'm happy. All right, we're good. Well, there we go, chat. We got some. And when does that start? Tomorrow? 8 a.m. for us? Oh, it's a time thing. Can I stream it or no? No clue. Nah, probably not a good idea. Because I think it's a closed It's probably a closed alpha or whatever, right? It's not even the game. So probably not. It's a play test, right? So yeah, I'll just play it. Some people are saying they will be streaming. I don't know, man. Usually they don't want you streaming that stuff because one, it's not the whole game. So since it's like a network test or whatever, you know, if it has like a groundbreaking bug or something like that, you don't want that to be, you know, somebody seeing it and be turned off by it whenever it's, you know, not the final product. We would greatly appreciate it if you could share your comments and impressions about the network test and survey form below. That's it for participate. All right, information. All right, important info. Information on this page depends on your country. Version software is for test. Still in development, will differ from the final product. Unexpected behavior and bugs may occur during the test, which is obviously normal. Unable to respond. Please check your front page. Is against terms. All right, here it is. Against the terms of use to buy or sell entry to the test. Okay, so I can't sell it to anybody in the chat. If you are selected, you'll be able to use the download code sent to you on the site to download the test. Obviously, it's on Switch 2, so I gotta turn that and make sure that's updated. Must have online membership to participate. Would not be able to carry save data from this test over to the final version. Scheduled test may change without notice. Posting or streaming videos or screenshot of this in developed title is not allowed. So yeah, they shouldn't. So some people are saying they will be streaming. Nah, you can't. Yeah, it says don't do that. An internet connection is required to participate. Play data obtained from users during this test will be used by developers. All testers must agree. So it's also so basically it's saying you can't post or stream video or screenshot any of it. Or posting or streaming or screenshot. So yeah, you can't do any basically. Looks like a red flag. Cool. All right. Hey, I'm happy. Shout out from Soft. From Soft. From Soft actually gave me some. There you go. Yep, W from Soft. For sure. Cool. All right. So we'll play tomorrow. You want to join on Discord and do it at the same time, Red Mel? We'll get to be the first to see what the hell this game is going to be about and what it looks like on the Switch. It's funny how they highlighted that there's going to be a lot of bugs because it's damn Switch. All right, what was the other game? Kyra mentioned another game. What was it? What was that other one that I should look at? Daywalker. Let's see that one. It's a vampire game. I think I saw something. Did I see like a trailer or something that came out for that? I saw something online. All right, let's see. Daywalker. It's not this one. Where the hell's it at? Man, somebody link it. Because I type in Daywalker on Twitter and it's fucking like 60 things. It's Blade. It's fucking some vampire cartoon game. I don't think that's the one y'all are talking about. It's everything but whatever this game is. Oh, is that, it was called Dawnwalker? Oh, I was over here calling it Daywalker. All right. Maybe that's why, huh? All right, Dawnwalker. Is it the blood of Dawnwalker? Or is it just Dawnwalker? Looks like they came out with like a whole 6-minute video or something. On is this it? It's Bandai also.
Fantasy open world action RPG set in 14th century Europe.
Action RPG
The first
HB.
installment of our saga takes place in Vale Sangora, a secluded region somewhere in the Carpathian Mountains. When the plague decimated the population and the human rulers proved too weak to control the situation, a powerful vampire, Brensis, stepped out of the shadows and conquered the valley. Now, it's time for you to be a part of this story. Welcome to the world of Dawnwalker. Brensis is an oppressive ruler. He uses his own blood to heal the people of Vale Sangora, but in turn demands absolute obedience. He carved the valley into 3 separate dominions and gave them to his 3 vampiric officers. Ambrose is the youngest and the one with most to prove. His main responsibility is stockpiling blood and managing the draining dungeons. Bakir knows that what folk need in their lives is a bit of respite from their hardships. That is why he is in charge of alcohol distilling and
It's like
distribution.
bullshit. Was there dice in this?
He's not above using his inborn brutality to subjugate the population if need be. Xanthi is the one who creates the Blood Guards, the elite soldiers of the vampiric regime. Staying away from the limelight, she is a source of many rumors about dark rituals and mysterious disappearances. These powerful vampires won't sit idly while you dismantle their operations. With your every victory, Brensis' court will react with new edicts that will make Cohen's life a bit harder. But who is our protagonist exactly? You play as Cohen, a young man living under the vampiric regime. A series of tragic events led to your family being kidnapped by Brensis and you becoming a Dawnwalker, a human by day, a vampire by night. Now, you must rescue your loved ones. As a human, you can learn the dark secrets of witchcraft.
This will hurt.
Use your own blood to cast hexes that enable you to speak with the dead.
I can't! For God's sake! I can't!
Move faster, brave the astral plane, and bring pain to your enemies. Learning new spells requires finding knowledge in arcane texts and obscure tomes. At night, you transform into a vampire. You use claws and fangs to kill your opponents. You can climb walls or cross distances within a blink of an eye. You might even transform yourself into a swift wolf.
Go on. Drink.
Remember that a vampire is always hungry for blood. Drinking it unlocks new abilities, but in the process, you will corrupt yourself. Whether you stick only to one path or mix them, exploring Vale Sangora is always exciting and will reward you with unique items, weapons, and sets of armor. Just remember that time waits for no one.
No.
From the moment your family is kidnapped, you have 30 days and 30 nights to rescue them.
The coronation. It's in 30 days.
Still, there is no real time clock. Instead, you will be able to use the time as a resource, to be spent on the game elements you want to use to craft your story. The time passes when you finish a quest or an activity or when you learn new abilities. However, don't worry that upgrading your hero will ruin your chances for a satisfying ending. As time passes, different opportunities will arise or disappear forever.
I'm sorry we were too late to save her.
And even if you're not able to save your family in time, the game will not be over. Cohen's story will simply take a different turn. You have one clear goal, but there's no
You saw the map of the game, so hell
way
no.
to complete it. Every activity and quest is optional.
Like this. Now, the skill tree, everything that I saw, that it kind of reminded me of Ghost of Tsushima. So is this a vampire Ghost of Tsushima?
And serves as a building block of your own crafted experience. The valley is a big place, open for exploration. You can look for opportunities to learn new things and find allies.
Aye.
Or you can even decide to storm Brensis's castle as soon as you are out of the prologue. However, remember that defeating him as a freshly made Dawnwalker will be a feat worthy of legends. We designed the Blood of Dawnwalker to be fun and adaptive to individual preferences. First of all, you can use Omni-Block and Omni-Attack. Your character chooses the directions of sword swings and blocks automatically. The only exception to this are unblockable attacks, ones that can be only dodged. For those who prefer a more tactical approach, we offer directional combat, which involves observing your opponent's movements and reacting to them. It's about finding a certain rhythm and using it to defeat enemies. Whichever style you choose, active abilities are an integral part of combat. With them, you can deal more damage, heal yourself mid-combat, crowd control your enemies, or simply interrupt their attacks. All this is just a taste of what the Blood of Dawnwalker has to offer. Whether you roam through lush forests, a bustling city, treacherous swamps, caverns hiding long-forgotten mysteries, or mountain peaks, there is always something to discover. Carve your own path and shape your own story, while walking the thin line between your humanity and embracing your vampiric nature. The Blood of Dawnwalker is coming.
What you think, chat? What you thinking about that Dawnwalker? Like I said, it kind of looked like, to me, like a Ghost of Tsushima type of game with a vampire flair. DC said, "Hell no!" Looking at the map, huh? Might give it a try. So when did people get tired of action RPGs instead of saying Souls-like? Because I feel there's been a lot of action RPGs lately. And not enough Souls. Once the Jets make the playoffs. Hey, you know what? Didn't you say last year once the Knicks win the championship and they want to win the championship, HB? So maybe you're the all they need for them to win. You don't even watch basketball. What else happened? Any other state of play or anything? Embiid not getting a ring again? Damn Embiid. No, I don't know, man. The NBA is trying to Trying to give him the softest schedule I saw. He's out the whole season. Wait, what? Did that just happen? You would think that that would have been like the top news today in sports. The only thing I saw today was the Lakers and stuff like that, and Kawhi. Did you fall for a like a fake story? Did you fall for Centel? I fell for it. You said it was fake. You got Centelled. Yeah, that would happen. Centel does that sometimes. Mm, mm, mm. But what did happen today was pretty interesting, Chad. So today, Shams reported that the Bus family decided to sell its remaining 17.8% of the Lakers to the new owners. But then Jeannie Buss came out and had her lawyer say, no, that didn't happen. Shams is lying, or somebody's lying to Shams, and she's suing the family now. And it is pretty interesting. This is interesting for a couple of reasons. One, how she sold the Lakers a couple of years ago. She fired her brothers and then sold the team. And she basically fucked over her own family to get the team sold. And now it looks like the brothers got their revenge by ending up selling all the family stake as the trust majority. They got all the siblings to basically go against Jeannie. So this shit is like this is like a TV show couldn't fucking draw up a better drama than what's happening with this. This is like Succession. This is like fucking, what's that one? That one show that's on Netflix right now that's about basketball. Full Court or some shit. We just got a letter from Jeannie Buss' attorney saying that no sale of the remaining 17.8% family shares can be effectuated without the consent of all three of the trustees. Ramona Shelbourne joined SportsCenter and offered the latest. Let's see what she says.
You have some new developments. What can you share?
Yeah, we've just gotten a letter from Jeannie Buss's attorney saying that no sale of the remaining 17.8% Buss family shares can be effectuated without the consent of all three of the trustees. Okay, that's Janie Buss, Joey Buss, and Jeannie Buss. Now, my reporting is 5 of the siblings voted to sell this morning. Jeannie Buss did not vote to sell. And so she's contending through her lawyer that the 5 siblings who voted to sell do not have the right to do that pursuant to a ruling in 2017 when this was also in court among the trustees. There was a coup that the older brothers tried to dislodge Jeannie from control. And so it's in the hands of the lawyers right now. I've reached out, obviously, to the two men who were going to purchase Mark Walter's shares. They have no comment right now. So that's Josh Kushner and Bob Iger. They have no official comment right now as this is developing. And so the question is, can the five siblings vote to sell the Lakers without Jeannie Buss's approval? My understanding is the vote opened last Tuesday. This is before news even broke that the team was that Mark Walter was selling his shares, and that the 5 votes came in this morning, which is what Shams reported. And they have what's called a tag-along provision, Christine. And this is very legal, but this is where the fight is going to be. In the initial sale to Mark Walter, in the tag-along provision, the other family members had a right to tag along to any sale if Mark Walter were to sell his shares at the same valuation that Mark Walter got. So that's the $12.5 billion. And so you have 2 different legal statutes here. The tag-along provision as part of the sale to Mark Walter, but the 2017 court ruling amongst the trustees that said no sale can go through without Jeannie Buss's approval. And right now, she is not approving or selling.
So in other words, it's going to be another legal fight for this. She needs to sell it. The thing is, though, if they sell, she gets out of the board of governors for the Lakers. I think that's what she doesn't want to lose, is that I think she probably feels that if the family wants to sell the shares, then she needs to buy them all first or have first dibs at it. Is probably what the lawyers are going to say. And of course, the family's not going to want to do that either because they don't want to have her have anything. Now, I wonder if she could just go to like one of the owners, right? Like Bob or fucking Kushner or whoever it is. Yeah, I know where. And just say, hey, look, we'll sell it to you, but you got to sell it right back to me. I wonder if you could do that. But very interesting to say the least that the family is fighting. Running Point was that Netflix show. G Bus. Neo 3 just announced the DLC for tomorrow. We will disclose the specification of the DLC and the contents of the update to be delivered today. To allow you to enjoy Neo 3 more comfortably, we plan to make various balance adjustments, expand features, and fix bugs. Please check the official website. DLC Part 1 will be available tomorrow. Huh. They just announced this right now. I'm reading this right? They're dropping a DLC tomorrow. Neo 3 DLC Part 1 will be available tomorrow. We will disclose the specification of the DLC and the contents of the update to be delivered today. So I'm assuming that because it's already tomorrow over there, right? So so I'm assuming when they say tomorrow, they mean Wednesday. So, and they saying that they will disclose more delivered today, and I'm assuming that that'll be Tuesday. So when we wake up, they've already talked about whatever the hell they're going to talk about. So yeah, it looks like there's going to be DLC for Neo 3 also. So maybe I got a couple of days to have some stuff. We got the play test tomorrow. We got Neo 3 that I could probably do. All this to wait for Mortal Shell on Thursday. That was I was gonna DM him about the code. Comes with deluxe edition season pass stuff. Which one? The Neo 3? Did they already announce it that fast? Hold on, I missed that. Neo 3. Is it on the Twitter still? Oh, I thought you meant the stuff that they were saying that they're gonna announce today or whatever. I can't find it. Deluxe was at launch, pretty much saying this was coming. Ah, okay. I wonder if I actually think mine was a what's it called? The deluxe version. I gotta open up my game. I bet I missed a million updates though. Neo 3. And then we got the Dusk Bloods. Now, hold on, Mel, with the Dusk Bloods thing, do I have to just sign into where do we go to get the code? Like, they said they're gonna email it to us or what? Or is it gonna be on the same site? That same page? Okay. Let me see. Let me go back to it. Game data and download codes will begin to be distributed on August 18th at 6 a.m. I guess Pacific Daylight Time, whatever. Please return to the site after that time. Okay, so I guess when we refresh at that same page, it'll just probably be the code. All right. All right. I'll give you a code for the eShop. So I gotta update my Switch also. Cool. All right, what else, chat? What else we got? Did the Yankees win today, chat? What is today? Monday? No, they probably didn't even play today. The Yankees been struggling, man. Losing all their players. Can't hit for shit. Yeah, we watched the Phantom Blade Zero thing. Yeah, we're excited about that too. You ready for Phantom Blade? What up, Dauntless Dante? How you doing? Here you go, chat. For those that mad at Sony. 3D Wolverine billboard. When does this game drop? It drops in like 2 weeks, right? No, September 15th. That drops in like a month. It's already 1 month away. September 15th. Like I said, it's already August 15th or August 17th, whatever. It's already damn near the end of August. That fast. That's crazy. The Sony blackout is supposed to be the 4th or something like that. The week of the 24th. So next week is next week is supposed to be the start of that, right? That's where everybody's supposed to not play PlayStation, all that. The obviously we talked about it yesterday, but Hayden Panettiere, her death. Now they have a little more info on it. They're saying that that it's a possible overdose. The medical examiner says that it's not any foul play. There was a 911 call, and she was unresponsive following a cardiac arrest. So they don't know though what it is or what happened still, but so we don't know what kind of medicine or whatever that made her overdose. I hope it's not the common ones that seems to be affecting a lot of Hollywood, which is like fucking what's that shit called, like Ambien and shit like that. What was the thing that killed Matthew Perry? People think of excuses not to participate. Ketamine, probably something like that too, probably. Who knows? Ambien is the sleep one, right? Yeah, it's sad. It's sad. Hollywood just has like a lot of demons though and stuff that they go through. It's very sad how a lot of, especially like the child actors and actresses, how they come up. You always hear about them like having like, you know, all kinds of issues. Amanda Bynes, yep. At least she's still alive. But man, I like it's. I hope she's happy. I don't know if she is though, with her look the way she is now and all that stuff. I don't know. But yeah, that's somebody that definitely is had a rough go. Just like all of them, man. Like I can't even think of one that actually like. Yeah, I mean, Jessica Simpson had issues. Obviously, Britney Spears, and those are the musicians that came up. They had some television stuff, but it feels like all of them are just out there. Lindsay Lohan, right? Looked like she finally rebounded, but and it was for a while there. She was like all kinds of messed up. I see maybe from Disney has issues, yeah. Lana Brown, you know, telling you, man. And we saw. I remember we watched. I watched that Nickelodeon thing, and that shit was crazy. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. The Modern Warfare beta is also coming out soon, chat. Who's ready for that? I don't think I've ever seen a Call of Duty have like no excitement for it. Early access beta orders received new 6v6 map campaign mission kill block pre-order. Modern Warfare 4 beta early beginning August 21st. Y'all excited?
Power plant.
Wait, what did it say in there? Did it say not on Game Pass? Not on Game Pass at launch.
This is the power plant.
So, not on. I mean, the way they flashed that everywhere, not on Game Pass at launch. Like that's supposed to make everybody happy. Not on Game Pass at launch. Like, okay. Pure and get early access, beta early access. It'll have the people, but social media is what it is. Somebody's line. The COD people that play COD all the time are probably going to be excited for it. I just haven't seen a general excitement for Call of Duty like that, like I have in the past. I think the days of Call of Duty reigning supreme are over, which is bad news for Microsoft because they spent all this money for Activision for basically Call of Duty. And now if Call of Duty is starting to really slide, which it feels like it is, it does feel like that, then that's bad news for them. We'll see what the numbers are with them pulling it out of Game Pass, because I think the consensus around the industry is that Game Pass is what's killing the sales of this. But I'm not so sure if that's the case for real. And obviously there is a point to that because you're basically taking Microsoft's side of it out of the equation. But the numbers that PlayStation had for the last Call of Duty weren't the same as years past either. So it's not like it's, you know, it's not like the reason is because it was on Game Pass, I guess is the way to say it. It looks like the sales of the game are slowing down. Does it still make money? Yes. It still makes a lot of money. And it's one of those things that, you know, they probably don't look at it and say, oh, it's the end of the world. It's not. I mean, obviously, Call of Duty still has interest. But I'm just not so sure that their strategy, which I've already explained a million times, I've always hated the way they botched Call of Duty with this purchase. But if they feel like the Microsoft people are going to save them, there's nothing that indicates that that's the case. There was a time I saw everyone saying Battlefield 6 destroyed Black Ops 7, but the actual numbers for PlayStation said they obviously like a couple of games apart. Yeah, I did show that it was that they had, and also had more players in the end. Whenever they did that, whenever they started sharing the PlayStation numbers, Call of Duty was right up there. Yeah, you're right about that. Maybe they think some people just play it on Game Pass instead of buying it on PS5 and they have both systems. I mean, it's true that some would do that, but that's usually the one game that people would say, hey, look, which one? At least I used to do that whenever I was going to play Call of Duty. You know, it used to be just always with my cousin. So I was like, hey, you're getting it for PlayStation, right? So I'm going to get it for PlayStation also. And then later on, whenever I just started gaming on PC more, you know, I just started getting it on PC anyways. And then when it turned to Game Pass, I was like, well, shit, why would I pay for it? I can just get it on Game Pass. So certainly the Game Pass thing, you know, I can see why, you know, they want to get it out of there. But that's only because they botched the strategy. Like I said, if they would have forced everybody's hand to only go to Game Pass to play this game, you would have seen a lot of people actually probably buy Xbox just for it, because it really was a game that could be a console pusher for sure. And they just didn't do it. I think that the talk of, oh, well, you're going to lose all the sales in PlayStation, you know, is going to hurt you, blah, blah, blah. That shouldn't have mattered in the end. You already knew that risk when you paid $70 billion to buy the fucking company to get the damn game. The thing is, though, that's a risk you're willing to take because you just spent all that fucking money. You threw all the chips out there. So you got to ride or die with your decision at that point. You can't let them, Sony, you know, change their mind about that. They're not the ones that spent the $80 billion or $70 billion. So who gives a fuck what they say? I never understood why they were so fucking hell-bent on worried about that. Because now that they've played this safe role, and I gave it to Sony anyways, nothing changed. You literally spent $70 billion to do nothing. Like that, to me, that's even worse. And now they're paying for that even worse. Because now Sony gets to still have Call of Duty. And now you have to tailor everything around them being happy, essentially. Makes no sense. It really doesn't. That is the dumbest decision that I think that has ever been done in a company whenever it comes to something of that magnitude, the sale of that magnitude, $70 billion. It wasn't like a cheap fucking buy. That was a massive fucking deal. All for nothing in the end. It just baffles me. Like I know for a fact there's got to be a lot of Microsoft investors that are pissed about the whole fucking deal right now. They gotta be. Because it just doesn't make any fucking sense to do what they're doing. But what can they do now? Now they put themselves in this fucking corner, so they're stuck with that shit now. That's they made their bed and they got the line in now. That's it. So yeah. Call of Duty. But as far as this beta goes and all that, nah, I'm not excited for it. I care less about Call of Duty right now. I don't know. For some reason, Black Ops 7 didn't really do much. I had more fun on Battlefield 6 and even on Battlefield, I didn't care about it. I think I'm done with FPS. So like, where everybody's talking about how they don't like the Souls like and all that stuff right now, I'm like that with FPS right now. I don't care about first-person shooters. I really don't. Mel did say something about Top Gun or something like that. I can't even play it though, Mel. I can't even play Battlefield anymore. I have no idea why, but my PC does not want me to do that fucking... What's that shit called? What's that shit called again? The fucking boot secure shit, whatever it is. Secure boot. Oh my god, the secure boot shit, man. And I have no clue why that started. No clue why it started. No clue why I can't fix it. I've done every single thing that I like. People have sent me a million things. Brooke sent me a lot of stuff. TBH sent me a lot of stuff. None of it works. Y'all in the chat have told me to do things. None of it has worked so far. I don't know if it's my motherboard. I don't know. I wish I could refund Battlefield 6 like that 470-hour guy. Maybe I can. Maybe I should say, hey, look, I can't play this game no more. The secure boot doesn't work on my PC no more, so I literally have a game that I can't fucking play. Worst purchase I ever did last year. I mean, I wouldn't go as far as that for me. I mean, I played the shit out of the game. I had a lot of fun, and I probably would still have fun if I could play it, but I just can't play it. They're not accepting refunds. I got ruined for everybody. I tried to change the policy so we can't. No, that's crazy. Especially since everybody was mad that guy was able to get a refund. Chat, the ratings came out for NBA 2K though. And guess who's number 5? Let me see here. NBA 2K. Number 1 is Shea. Number 2 is Wemby. 3 is Joker. 4 is Luca. And look at number 5, Chad. It is Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson at number 5. That got a lot of people mad. I saw number 6, Giannis. 7 is Ant. 8 is Cade. I saw a lot of Detroit people mad that Cade is below Brunson. 9 is Steph. 10 is KD. And who's not in the top 10 is LeBron James. Yeah, I feel like he should be number 4 at least. I think he should be ahead of Luca. I think he should be ahead of Luca, chat. What do y'all think? Hell, he should be ahead of Wemby. We beat Wemby. He beat Wemby head to head, that last game especially. Kate should be higher. Where was Kate at? Maybe ahead of Ant. Maybe. I wouldn't put him ahead of Giannis though. And Giannis was hurt last year, so maybe Giannis shouldn't even be up there. But we all know how good Giannis is. I actually think Steph might be too high. I didn't think Steph did much last year either. Sixers might go 80-2. What? They're not gonna go no 80-2. It just might. I'll make you a bet. I'll make you a bet, Blank, that they won't go 80-2. And I bet you that bet would pay off in the first couple of weeks of the fucking season. All they need to lose is 3 games. K was hurt at the end of the season, but before that, they were cooking. No, the Pistons were cooking. But the team got exposed. The team got exposed for what they lacked against the Cavs. Actually, even against, was it the Magic that gave them the business at first too? Magic blew it, right? They have a couple of problems. One, they don't have a true scorer to complement Cade, and Durham was not as good in playoff mode. And I think that's the reason why they don't want to pay him the way he wants to be paid. The team is loaded. That doesn't mean anything, though. That doesn't mean you're gonna go 80-2. Because you obviously got to make adjustments. Everybody thought the same thing whenever LeBron went to Miami with D Wade and Chris Bosh. You know, they all thought, hell, they even thought that not 1, not 5, not 6, not 7. The problem is a couple of things. One, all the teams know that you're the quote unquote best on paper. You're going to get the best from them then as a result, no matter who it is. Right. So it's already going to be hard enough to win games because of the fact that, one, all the eyeballs are going to be on that fucking game. And two, you don't want to fucking not play your heart out against, the team that everybody says is supposed to beat you. And then on top of that, they're going to have chemistry issues for sure, because Jaylen Brown was a number 1 option that's going to be asked to be number 4. I don't know how that's going to work. That dynamic is going to be fucking crazy alone. I don't even know what you could really do or say to make that feel good, because it's going to be a fucking adjustment. And then on top of that, LeBron also, if he's mad about the Lakers saying that he was number 3, I'm not so sure that him being a 2 or 1 whenever Maxey and Embiid is their team is going to change that either. So I don't know. I like I said, the team is going to be good. They should make the playoffs. They should have a shot at the title. But I do not think it's as fucking locked in as a lot of people think. And the East is pretty stacked as well. The East isn't a pushover league anymore, or a conference anymore. So LeBron isn't going to be able to bully his way into the finals like he used to in the past. I mean, even the Hawks, the Atlanta Hawks, are fucking dangerous. And that's probably a team that they're going to have to face first. And they're not going to be easy. Their GM messed it up, not them. LeBron, Wade, and Bosh, but they had a 6'9" center that couldn't shoot layups. Everyone also forgets why they lost the first year. They saw Mike Bibby and he was breaking every shot. That doesn't matter. I mean, you act like so. I can tell what you watch. You pretty much don't know what the games that they play, right? You don't watch the game. You just look at 2K. You probably just look at the 2K ratings and be like, oh look, they have a 95 and all that, so they should win everything. And Embiid is 7 foot, what, 2, and always hurt. So would you rather have a 6'9" center that plays or a 7 foot over 7 foot center that doesn't play? Which one do you think is going to be better? Blank. Embiid, the guy that doesn't play is going to be better than the guy that plays. Okay, so in the playoffs, when Embiid is not there, they're going to win because he's not playing. Is that what you're saying? A lot of that team is built around these guys that are fucking gonna get hurt probably. And then on top of that, they're just Embiid. Even if Embiid plays, this is the thing that makes it even funnier. Is if Embiid plays in the playoffs, that's going to be a problem because teams will have no problem scoring on the fucking Sixers. Yeah, but blank. My point is that we don't know if Embiid is going to stay healthy for the fucking playoffs. And if he does stay healthy, he was healthy last year against the Knicks, and look what the Knicks did to him. He's not going to get any better. I think that's the thing too that a lot of people forget is that the older you get with problems, with health problems, the worse you get. That's the reason why I never understood why anybody actually thought that Anthony Davis would be better as the years go on when he already had a history of being injury prone. And it was just common sense to assume, to think that was going to continue, and it did. Ever since he got his bubble ring, he hasn't done shit because he doesn't stay on the fucking court. So, to me, it is more likely. To me, it is more likely that Steph Curry will win a championship than Embiid being healthy in the playoffs. But it happened with Kawhi Leonard? What do you mean? What happened with Kawhi Leonard? What happened with Kawhi Leonard? I'm not understanding. What are you saying happened to Kawhi Leonard? You talking about his whole situation or what? Kawhi was injured all the time? He wasn't injured all the time. No. He's had this whole load management shit ever since he's left San Antonio for sure, because he blamed San Antonio for always trying to put him out there to play. But he wasn't hurt all the time. Not like Anthony Davis, not like Joel Embiid. Then he got healthy in the playoffs and won. Yeah, that's a problem. I mean, all you're doing is helping me out, Blake. I'm telling you Embiid doesn't stay healthy for the playoffs, and you're over here talking about Kawhi being healthy for the playoffs. So, tell me again how a person that doesn't play in the playoffs is going to help you. And then you use your example of Kawhi, who actually helps in the playoffs. Oh, man. And like I said, Embiid was healthy for the playoffs last year, this past year. What did that do for the Sixers? What did he do against the Knicks? Teams cannot double up on anyone in the Sixers. They are stacked offensively. No one was doubling up on Embiid already. And besides, you don't need to. That's the thing too. Like Embiid is so slow at this point. You let him score. He's just gonna tire himself out. In fact, I wouldn't even put a body on him. Let him dunk. Let him get his 30 points. Because one thing I know for a fact, and as his age gets older and older, he's going to be slower and slower. So as long as you're matching, as long as you're keeping pace scoring against the Sixers, they're not stopping you. They're not stopping you at all. Who on the team is a good defensive person? LeBron's no longer that guy anymore defensively. You can blow past him. You can blow past Embiid. Brown, the same Brown that got bodied by the Sixers. The same Brown that shut down Luka in the finals. That's not the same Brown, though. So the number 4 option, Jaylen Brown, is going to be the one that shuts everything down. Yeah. He averaged 20 last season. See, this is how I know. This is perfect. So you think he's going to average 28 again this year on the team that has LeBron, Maxey, and Embiid and Edgecombe? You think they're going to let him be the option number 1? That's what you're saying, Blank. This is fucking fantastic. Because you can tell that you don't know anything about basketball. You just go by stats. They can average 23 apiece. You think they're going to distribute their... Oh, man. LeBron makes it easier for them. Mm-hmm. All right, man. Well, yeah, you know what? I mean, obviously you believe in fairy tales and shit like that, so you hope that it's going to work out for them. But again, they have a lot of flaws on paper. They might have the best looking team on paper, but they also have a lot of flaws that would probably rear its head early into the season, even though they have an easy schedule, because that's the one thing that they definitely have for sure is an easy schedule. But I think as time goes, especially around All-Star break, I think you're going to see that there's going to be just a lot of issues with them that is going to prevent them from winning the whole fucking thing. For sure. And in the playoffs, they get exposed. In the playoffs is whenever, because obviously the whole roster shrinks in the playoffs, minutes expand, teams are not holding back, they're not throwing, fucking third stringers out there. You're going to see teams like the Hawks run circles around a team that's going to be lacking defensively, and it's not going to be no Jaylen Brown against Luka. I've already said probably the best strategy that they can probably do with Jaylen Brown in the playoffs is probably have him be out there for the second unit, so that way they could at least try to run the score up. But the team's defense, in my opinion, is going to be so bad that any team has a chance to catch up easily. It only looks easy because they're so good. You haven't even seen them play yet, so how do you even know they're so good? Yeah, I can't. This is why I hope that they do just fail miserably, like just spectacularly, so that way people would see how dumb it sounded to anoint them as champions without even fucking playing. Well, you were wrong about a lot of the teams last year too. You said the Knicks didn't have a shot, and look at them, they won the whole fucking thing. So obviously you were wrong on that. Not that I should be surprised by that, but still. What do you think about this game, chat? Swords and Slippers. It's another Souls-like, it looks like. Hold on a second, chat. Hold on. Yeah, I can see Mel playing that cat character or whatever, right? What was that? Is that a cat? Was that cat yours I saw? Snow White, huh? Red Hood. So that's Little Red Riding Hood. The game was awesome, actually, though, right? Swords and Slippers. Wishlist now on Steam. Maybe I need to play that. Wishlist now, see? Look good. It's a wolf? Oh yeah, because it's Little Red Riding Hood, huh? Yeah, that makes sense. That does make sense. You know, I should have played that that one game, the the Pokemon Emerald thing. I wonder if Disney's already planning to sue them for the princesses. You talking about the Red Hood and Snow White? They just flat out said Snow White. Did they lose their license for her? Because that's what happened with Winnie the Pooh and shit like that. How many years has it been? Disney can't because it's fairy tales? But don't they own Snow White? Let me see. Let's see. Snow White. Is Snow White subject to copyright, I guess? The 1812 fairy tale Snow White by the Brothers Grimm is public domain, but the Walt Disney Company holds active copyright of his 1937 animated film Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. So it's open domain for Snow White, but it can't be the Snow White look of the Disney one. So that's why they made this one look different. They can call her Snow White. You can use the color schemes of Snow White, I guess. But they won't have that same look of the Disney Snow White. I guess that's how you get away with it. Trying to find the damn game and just fucking watched and disappeared already. What was it called again already? Yeah, I can't find it now. Which explains Wolf Among Us. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, because that was also Snow White. And I guess that's the same with Little Red Riding Hood. Swords and Slippers. That's the name of the game. Yo. So if we look at her, so that's why she looks like that instead. See, that's a good look right there, chat. Hold on. Oh, wait. That's what I meant to go. So is Red Riding Hood the same way or what? Let's see. Red Riding Hood. The core folklore of Little Red Riding Hood is in the public domain. It's not subject to copyright. You can freely use retail adapters to sell your own version of the traditional story. However, modern adaptations, specific artwork, unique character designs, and distinct elements created in recent films or books remain protected by copyright. So again, you can have a Little Red Riding Hood. It just can't look like anything that's been done before, essentially. And obviously, this is way different than any Red Riding Hood. But that also could explain why M. Night Shyamalan was able to make that movie. Which one was it that had like the Red Riding Hood shit? What was that movie called? Yeah, I forgot. The one with Joaquin Phoenix? The Village. There you go. That one. Yeah, that one. That was basically like Little Red Riding Hood type of thing. At least they had the wolf or shit or whatever it was. Actually, they had the red cape and all, the red hood and all, didn't they? But yeah. Was Little Red Riding Hood in the in Wolf Among Us? Now that I think about it. It was, right? Just mentioned. Ah. So it had Tweedledee and Tweedledum. It had Little Mermaid. I don't even remember that. It had Snow White. It had the Woodsman. The Magic Mirror. So I had Cinderella type stuff in it. Snow White, obviously. Mm-mm-mm. A Fort Worth drive-in theater will screen its final movie this fall, closing a 14-year run. I think I remember that. I think I remember that one. Mm-mm-mm. We're losing our drive-in. COD next. Call of Duty. Alright, what else, chat? What in the hell am I looking at here? What the fuck? This swords and slippers thing is funny though, I'm not gonna lie. The way they're marketing the game. They gooned up for real? They did. They did. Little Caesars is bringing back their pizza deal for limited time. Any two one-topping pizzas for $4.99 each. But they've always had $5 pizzas, I thought. Did they change it? Maybe they raised the prices. Maybe it's no longer $5. It's $6 now? Damn. I remember they went over here to $5.50, but then they went back down to $5. And I haven't. It's been so long. I don't know what the price is now. Now I have eaten that other shit though. What's it called? What's the shit that's good, Mel? That everybody went crazy for that one time. I bought those, but I don't remember the $5 pizzas at that point. The Crazy Puffs. There you go. How can I forget? Crazy Puffs. The pepperoni muffin. See, I would have said that right there. The pepperoni muffin things. As part of its 60th anniversary sale, Best Buy is offering the 55-inch TCLS Series 4K TV for just $199.99 with free delivery. So, and there should be a lot of things for the 60th anniversary of Best Buy. Obviously, I'm going for one thing only, Pokemon, but they caused chaos at my Best Buy. So every Saturday I've been doing I've been buying like Pokemon cards from Best Buy on Saturdays. They always have a Saturday drop. Well, to this past Saturday, when we got there, they had ETBs, Pitch Black, and Pitch Black booster bundles. They had the first partner Series 3. All of a sudden, they pulled, because it wouldn't scan, it was saying pull back, the ETBs and the first partner Series 3. And everybody's like, what the fuck? Because we all waited for hours and hours, and they pretty much pulled all the product. And they called corporate. They fucking had like a whole bunch of, they had like a whole big deal. And they came out and told us it's because they have the 60th anniversary thing. And yeah, so that's the reason why. So they're saving a lot of Pokemon stuff and all that for that day. So it's supposed to be a massive drop. We'll see what they have. We know that those two things are there. But rumor is they're going to have Ascended Heroes, so I might need to wait in line earlier than I normally would. I think they had that TV for $150 back then. Really? The same one, the 4K Roku one, whatever. I mean, I wouldn't buy it because it's 55-inch. You know, I need something. I need 75 at this point. What is the Sinking City 2, chat? Let me see that. Sinking City 2. You have a trailer or anything? Never heard of it, huh? Let's see. Let's see what it is. Apparently it's a game that's, getting some good reviews, I guess. I'm trying to see if they have so it looks like people are like, looks like today they started pushing some videos, people. Is there a trailer? Let's see a trailer. 5 days ago there was a trailer. All right, hold on, let's listen to this. I'm about to cover up the Red Riding Hood.
Arcane worlds of old sing to me from the page. As a translator, it has been absolutely...
No, what is this? What are you up to?
Welcome to Arkham, a once bustling city on the American East Coast, now rotting away from a mysterious flood.
Attention, citizens of Arkham. This is your final notice.
The ocean rose without warning, and those who did not leave, the faithful and the trapped, have been taken by the cosmic cataclysm.
Tempting me, whispering sweet nothings.
You play as Calvin Rafferty, an occult adventurer and a seeker of truth. Calvin's soulmate, Faye Bennett, faded into a twilight state after they both set foot beyond the veil. Now there is nothing he won't do to bring her back, no matter who stands up.
Oh, please, darling, just set me free. I haven't felt the sea's embrace for days and days. My skin is a nightmare.
Sorry. He has something I need.
I am all you need. You really give up a gal like me?
I'd give up everything for her.
Before the flood, Arkham was home to several important landmarks. The Miskatonic University, the Akeley Memorial Hospital, the Fish Market, the Devil's Reef Hotel, and more. Today, the city is a shell of its former self, abandoned, decrepit, and perilous.
So does it want to be Resident Evil? It kind of reminds me of Resident Evil.
Rises a little more every day. A map. Now we can get our bearings.
Each location you'll explore offers a hallmark survival horror experience. Doors that won't budge.
You are not
Interconnected hallways.
What is happening? These are our things. How?
And of course,
oh lord, I gotta
rooms
craft
that
shit.
seem to exist beyond our world.
How did you do that? You vanished?
The Sinking City 2 blurs the line between survival horror and investigation. Here, investigation is survival. Ammo is scarce. Monsters are strong, so do not skip the clues you find. They will help solve a puzzle, unlock inventory slots, give insight into the surrounding madness, or reward you with a second chance when the fight turns. Although investigation is optional, piecing clues together earns Dream Essence. Use it to unlock perks and shape how you fight. Pair them with unique weapon upgrades to build a marksman, a melee specialist, a glass cannon, and more.
Well done, pal.
But rewards are not the only reason to investigate. The most eldritch mysteries in Arkham stay buried until you dig them out.
Gross. Are they alive? We need to get them out of the way.
However, no amount of clues will save you from a fight you can't avoid. Arkham is infested with Lovecraftian monstrosities, deformed shapes, razor-sharp fangs, and masquerading dead.
The game like took a
worms that arrived
twist right there.
Now they're everywhere.
She turned into Remnant 2 or
Each
whatever.
monster has its own strengths and weaknesses, and you will need to use Calvin's entire tool set to deal with them. Land a precise shot to stun. Time
Look
your
at the
punch
Resident
by a few
Evil.
seconds to reload.
Resident Evil combat.
Dodge a charge and leave the enemy open for a stomp. Use environmental hazards for a group kill. Though some things don't die on the first try. Stomp what crawls out if you don't want the dead to come back.
Damn worms.
Visceral survival horror. Otherworldly Lovecraftian design. Mysteries worth digging for. Set foot into Drowned Arkham on August 18th when The Sinking City 2 arrives on PC,
August
PlayStation
18th, that's
5,
tomorrow,
and
Chad.
Xbox Series. Pre-order now and get the Chthonic Arsenal for free.
Ready when you are.
It actually doesn't look bad, Chad. It looks like kind of looks like Resident Evil. Resident Evil meets fucking Indiana Jones, like Mel said. It really does, though. Tomorrow. You can now buy digital video games on DoorDash, and eligible Dash Pass members who spend $50 on a digital game get a free DoorDash digital gift card. Plus, you can get physical games, consoles, accessories, and snacks delivered to your door, all from the same app. Presented by DoorDash. What the fuck? How come y'all didn't tell me about this, chat?
On DoorDash. Seriously, you can finally download Call of Duty on DoorDash. Seriously, you can purchase digital video games directly through DoorDash and receive a download code by email in seconds, so there's no need to jump between different apps or stores to find your next game. Eligible Dash Pass members who spend $50 or more on a digital game receive a $25 DoorDash digital gift card through August 31st, then $15 for the rest of the year. Just head to the new Gaming tab, browse available titles, and add the game you want to your cart. Looking for a game to go with your late night snack? DoorDash brings it together in one convenient place. And if you prefer physical games, DoorDash also offers on-demand delivery from participating retailers, so you can order physical games, consoles, and other gaming essentials in one place with delivery in as fast as 30 minutes. Keep an eye out for other food and gaming
oh my god, the whole discourse with the physical and digital thing has gotten to the point where he has to mention that you can also buy physical and participating. The whole point of the digital was to get away from having to go somewhere to buy something physical. We can't just erase 15 to 20 years of fucking us being conditioned to do that, and all of a sudden now we're trying to reverse and be like, oh, let's go buy your physical games now. The whole point of buying digital was because of the convenience factor, and now all of a sudden it's like taboo to buy digital. So much so that you got to mention, oh, by the way, it's not just digital. You can also buy physical. Nobody used to say that shit back then. But now you have to, because now people get mad if you say you're buying something digital. But the Dasher steal my game like my food? Marvel has released, we talked about this yesterday, but here's the movies that they released. Marvel released these 15 movies that you should watch before you watch Doomsday. X-Men 1, X2, Captain America the First Avenger, The Avengers, Infinity War Endgame, Loki, Shang-Chi, Spider-Man No Way Home, Black Panther Wakanda Forever, Captain America Brave New World, Deadpool Wolverine, Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, Thunderbolts, and then Fantastic Four First Steps. So, interesting enough, there's some movies that I thought maybe would have made sense. One being this is the latest Spider-Man, right? Brand New Day should be, I mean, that has to be on there, right? I mean, you would think. But then again, maybe that's not a direct link to Doomsday. Maybe that's a direct link to Secret Wars. I don't know. Very interesting, though. Now, Loki, I would imagine that they had to put both Loki 1 and 2, right? Because season 2 feels like it's very important. All the project lists are enjoyable, to be honest, perhaps with the sole exception of Captain America Brave New World. Just watch Endgame. Good advice all around, really. Then you're sorted. And they didn't like Captain America Brave New World, chat. Then again, I think a lot of people didn't like that. It was too woke. No, just playing. Mistfall. 100 players are begging for this one edition. The devs just won't do it. That's another game that came out. Apparently, it's good too, right? Mistfall. A lot of games coming out. Then again, it's that time. August, September, October was stacked. Actually, and November, was it? Was all stacked. So. My tweet blew up. Which one? Oh, you talking about the one with the chick that's dancing or whatever the hell? That's the girl, by the way. That was the one I was talking about. Was supposed to be Rogue. That's the one that was in the running for Rogue. What's that now? Well, yeah, 76,000. Or it was just like 300 not too long ago. Like when I started streaming, I think it was at like 500. She was supposed to be Rogue, chat. But she wasn't thick enough, right? That would have been the complaint. She-Hulk Attorney at Law premiered 4 years ago today, chat. Did y'all miss the show? I know Super did. He loved that show. The twerk scene right there. I think that was the jump the shark moment from the show, right? Was the twerk scene. Actually, the jump the shark moment was the very first fucking episode. Pop Bass having a slow news day, it seems. That is pretty funny that they talked about this. The way this was meant to be a lighthearted miniseries, and conservatives treated it like the MCU was completely wrong. What conservatives? Why? Everybody trashed this. The show should have been a recurring success. A show that shows behind the scenes of every MCU release was a no-brainer, and you would think no one could mess it up. Chat. Who do you blame for the fall of that? Conservatives? They do it. Did Ted Cruz do it, chat? You know what? I don't remember that one. Did that have a whole bunch of woke bullshit happen? I mean, that was around the time when everybody was talking about woke and shit like that. I remember for sure the twerking definitely that felt like it was a universal thing though. Like I felt like everybody hated that. And then, man, I don't even remember how that show ended. It was so bad. I don't know, man. They went through a whole. That was a bad spell. Like they went through it. And it wasn't just She-Hulk. It was Miss Marvel, whatever the hell it's called. I already forgot. That I didn't care for the Hawk series, the Kate Bishop one. What was the other one? What was the other one that was with that was like Kate Bishop? I already forgot that one. It was that one I didn't even watch, but I don't think anybody watched it because I don't remember. Like I don't hear anybody talking about that show. What was that one called? The one with the was she deaf? The one that was with I guess with Kingpin or something. I forgot what the hell the name of that show was though. I don't even remember. There was some girl or some lady that had a show. I don't think anybody watched it though. And it wasn't just because I know everybody could be like, "Oh, it's because it's the females." Nah, but that Nick Fury one too. That shit vanished. What was that one called? Secret Invasion or some shit? I don't think anybody watched that one either. They just had a bad little run. They had a bad run. Let me see all the Disney TV shows. Disney Marvel TV shows in order. All right, chronological order. Outside of the stuff that was on Netflix, they went WandaVision, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Loki, What If. So WandaVision I liked. I just didn't like the ending. Falcon and the Winter Soldier was okay. I didn't have any really big complaints about that. I guess in the end it wound up being a decent show. Loki was probably the only one that was like really good. Loki was the only one I cared about. What If was really good also. Hawkeye was the one that I didn't care about. Moon Knight was okay. Certainly better than Hawkeye at the time. Miss Marvel did not care about. Loki season 2 was good. Okay, yeah, it was this was the run right here. She-Hulk, terrible. Secret Invasion, terrible. Echo was the name of that show. So yeah, nobody even in the chat even knew what the hell it was called. It was called Echo. That was terrible. Agatha all along, I didn't even see it. Looked terrible, but I guess I don't have to watch it now for fucking whatever the hell that was, a trilogy or whatever. But the last 4 shows just did not care about at all. Echo. Yeah, that was. I hadn't heard anything about that show. Wait, they're missing some. What about the Red Hood one? What was that one called? Ironheart. They didn't. How come that's not on there? Then that was another one that came out that was dull. Probably like an old article. So they're just on a bad run period with these damn shows, man. And we just go even further with Disney. Acolyte was bad. A lot of people say Mandalorian Grogu was bad. The movie. I actually liked the movie. I enjoyed it for what it was. The kids liked it. It was a kids movie. I think the thing that made it though, which is understandable, is that they pretty much just made one big episode of Mandalorian. And if it was supposed to wrap up the show, it didn't do a good job doing that. It definitely didn't. Daredevil, Wonder Man, Punisher. Yeah, you know what? You're right. I heard Daredevil was good. I heard Wonder Man was good, although they canceled it already. So was it good or not, chat? Why would they cancel if it was good? Disney Plus canceled Wonder Man after reversing its earlier season 2 renewal. So they at first they announced that they were renewing it. Huh. The show scored a strong 91% critical approval rating on Rotten Tomatoes, and brief placement on Nielsen's streaming charts. Mainstream buzz faded fast following its premiere. Sources indicate that Simon Williams and others associated with the characters may still cross over into future projects. I gotta see that one still. Let's see. Can't be worse than fucking Ironheart, so I might as well watch it. Why Wonder Man was really canceled. Viewership didn't justify the cost per report. So I guess it steadily was declining in viewers. So I guess they were afraid that if they released season 2, that the ratings would plummet to the point to where everybody wondered why they didn't. Which, you know, the shitty thing about that though is that here's a show that had great ratings in regards to, critics score and stuff like that. And yet a show that had terrible everything, viewership, score, ratings, all that shit was fucking Velma, and they gave Velma season 2. I still can't believe they tell me they finally canceled that damn show. Tell me it finally happened. Don't tell me there's gonna be a fucking 3. It was canceled. The adult animation Velma was officially canceled by Max October 2024 after running for 2 seasons. The final release for the show was a Halloween special titled "This Halloween Needs to Be More Special." Now I heard that they had to make a season 2. That apparently that when the project was picked up, that it was that it picked up both season 1 and 2. So 2 was being made no matter what. Yeah, like you said, super right there. It was greenlit before season 1 premiered. Yep. Yeah. Still kind of crazy though that they were able to get that whenever it was such a bad first season. Received negative reviews from audiences and critics alike regarding its humor, writing, departure for classic Scooby-Doo tropes, including the absence of Scooby-Doo himself. Max thanked the creators for their work in the official statement, while online fan communities widely celebrated the cancellation. It was so bad. The funny thing is, I watched the whole first season. I watched it. I wanted to see the train wreck myself. I still say Harley Quinn's Lows was way worse than what Velma did. That show was god awful, but nobody said anything. Which one? The one that the animated Harley Quinn show? The one where like the famous clip is like her and Nightwing or whatever, fucking where she's changing clothes and all that. That probably saved the show alone right there. I haven't watched any of it now, but I heard it was good though. So that's interesting that you're saying how that was terrible. I wonder if they're only saying it's good because they saw that part. That's probably from the old show. Also, they changed writers and shit, and they fucked it up, or what? Unlike Harley Quinn for the Joker sometimes. But that changing clothes thing is probably from the old '90s show. Oh, so it's a different one. You know what I'm talking about though? That was Batman Beyond, I think. Black Panther 3 will release on December 15th, 2028. Ironically, Ghost Rider would also officially release on July 28th, 2028, starring Ryan Gosling. So they're putting a lot of fucking stock in that one, huh? July 2028? July 28th? That's a summer blockbuster, they're thinking. I don't know, Chad. I'm not gonna lie. I've never connected with Ghost Rider like that. I have a lot of the old comic books of Ghost Rider, but maybe, just maybe, Ryan Gosling might be the reason why it succeeds. Kind of like the Robert Downey Jr. with Iron Man. Mm-mm-mm. Oh, man. Chat, Steve still streaming. I gotta get ready for Target. And it's gonna be one of those nights again where I stay up till 3 or 4 in the morning and get disappointed that I didn't get anything, but we shall see. Oh, Steve ended it already? Alright, I'll send y'all over to TBH then. Alright, y'all. I'm gonna send y'all over to TBH. Y'all have a good one. Maybe, just maybe, we'll have Mortal Shell 2 tomorrow. Alright, y'all. Let's see. Raid channel.
I drank matcha before, it was cool.
Wrong section. There we go. We'll catch y'all over tomorrow. All right, let's see here. Mortal Shell 2. All right. Y'all have a good one. Now.